Howdy, partners. Back for some more Excel. So, I have my Excel open here, and I know some of you guys have been like, well, Mr. Mo, why are we doing math and computers? Well, let me fill you in on that, McKenna. It's because computers can help you do math. That's why, so take that. Anyway, let's get on to today's assignment. So we're going to be doing some stuff with payroll here. So this is kind of important when you guys have a job, you start making that Skrilla, and you're excited because you're getting all this money, and you're making so much an hour, and then all of a sudden you're told, you get your paycheck, and you're like, whoa, this ain't adding up. How am I supposed to get my Gucci jeans and my Crocs when I'm losing all this money out of my check? Well, let's just go figure that out. So what I am going to do first, I'm going to start setting up my Excel spreadsheet. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is name my 5 friends. So let me go back to here. What I'm going to do, I think this will make things easier for you guys, is if you, and it's not letting me do it. Well, you guys will end up downloading this. I'm going to open it in a new window, and I think that'll let me do it. Not downloading it, but here we go. I'm going to download it. So then I can just open it, and when I open this up, hopefully this will let you guys do this too. Then I can just copy this, so I don't have to keep going back and forth to my screens. So I'm just going to paste this over here. And again, this is just so I can look at it as I'm doing my work. So let me start by naming myself Mo, and then I can name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people. Mo, Leroy, yo Leroy, Buddy. Who else should we name here? C Pants, my boy C Pants. Ooh, I kind of like Vern. That's just kind of a good name that they already have that on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't know. What do you guys think? What's a good name here? Let's go with Ed. Good old Ed. So I've got my guys named. So I have up here person. And then I'm going to go over here and rate of pay. So let's do that. Rate of pay, we'll go number of hours. So that's your number of hours worked. Okay, and then what I am going to do is I'm going to highlight these 3, double click, and it fixes them for me. And if I want to make them just a squidge bigger, I can go ahead and make them a squidge bigger. So now I'm just going to enter all this stuff in there. So rate of pay for me was 8.5, 7.5, 6.25, 9.00, 12.25, and old Ed makes 9.75. So I'm cool if you guys name your friends, whoever you want, but let's keep the rate of pay and the hours worked the same, because that's how I'm going to be checking your work. So now I have 40, 27, 35, 14. Old C Pants, man, he barely worked at all. What a scrub. Bum. What a straight bum. Sam. Not Sam, actually Vern. My bad, I was reading the wrong name. And then the old Ed. Okay, so I've got all these in here. I've got my rates and everything figured out. I want this to be dollars, right? So I'm going to highlight it, or I can just click here. Come over here. And for the love of money, gotta make that money, man. All right, so I got that all figured out. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to make another column here. I'm going to call this gross pay. Gross pay. And some of you guys might be like, gross pay? What the heck is that? That's like when you find out your check, you think it's what you're going to get, all that money. You're like, man, this is gross. Just kidding. This is what you're getting paid before taxes. The dirty tax word. We hate taxes. So your gross pay is what you would make if nothing was taken out of your check. But when you guys grow up and get jobs, stuff's going to get taken out. Okay, so how do we figure out the gross pay? Let me tell you, we're going to do our formulas, right? So I am going to put the equal sign in there. And then it's just B2 multiplication times hours. I hit enter. And then that figures my money. I click on that edge there to draw that down. I want this to be currency because that's what we're dealing with. And there is my full money that I would be making. Okay, I'm done with these names now, so I'm going to highlight these people here. Right click and hit clear contents. Bye, Felicia. We don't need those anymore, but I am going to need something else out of this sheet. Now we're talking about all those taxes that are coming out. The terrible, terrible taxes. The reason your paycheck won't be as big as you think it is when you get your first job. So I'm going to, again, just so I don't have to go back and forth, I'm going to copy and paste that over here. And it doesn't come in perfect, and that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It comes over good enough for me to see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I am going to do now is enter in my first tax that's going to come out, which is your FICA, which is Social Security, which a lot of you guys probably don't really care about. But basically, this is money that you bank away throughout your working career, and then when you're old and retire, you draw Social Security, so you'll get money without working. So it kind of just helps you survive and live when you're kind of too old to work. So that's what the old FICA is here. And so again, we're going to do a formula. And so I am going to hit the old equal sign, and then everything's going to revolve around your gross pay here. So it's your gross pay, and again, we're going to multiply. And the percentage is right here times 6.2. So I'm going to do 6.2, hold shift, go to F5 for percent, hit enter, and then it's got how much money it's going to deduct. I go here to the little square guy, drag down, come up here to currency, and that is how much money will be deducted from everybody. So now you're like, man, you keep taking my money. What next? Well, there's more. Medicare. So this is money taken out for people who have a hard time paying their medical insurance. So Medicare is something that comes out to help people pay for medical issues. So I'm going to hit equal. Again, it all comes back to D2. We're going to go to that multiplication sign. And this time it's 1.45%. So 1.45, shift F5, which is my percentage. Hit enter. Go to my little homie square there, drag down, come up here, currency. We're cruising right along, right? And so now I'm going to go to federal income tax. Federal income tax, right? And again, I might click that and go to the equal sign. You guys are probably getting the hang of this. Guess what? D2 once again. And we're going to multiply. And we're going to multiply by 15%. 15%. Right? And so go to my little homie square, drag down, go here, hit currency. And so as you guys can see, this money is starting to add up. It's kind of telling a sad story here. Now I'm going to go to state income tax. Double click here to get my formatting feeling right. Going to hit my equal sign. Going to go to D2. Going to go to the little multiply guy. and we are multiplying by 6% this time. 6, shift F5, hit enter. Go to my homie square, drag my homie square down. Currency. Okay, and then the final one is the KC earnings tax. So I'm just going to call that the KC tax. Equal sign. Go to D2. Multiply, shift F5. Oops, I did something wrong. Because I didn't put a 1 in there first. 1 now, shift F5. Boom, there's my 1%. Dragging her down. Gonna go here to currency. And so now I have all these deductions in there. So boy, did that take a while. Okay, and so now what we're going to figure out is just the total taxes in general. So total taxes, and most of you guys could probably guess, first of all, that I don't know how to spell taxes. Secondly, you can probably guess what this column is going to do. It's going to add all the taxes. So this time we are not just going to go to a D2. We're going to leave D2 alone for a little bit. What you guys are going to do, and this is bothering me right now, so I'm going to highlight all this, and we'll take care of some of this later. I'm going to center that. What we're going to do now is we're going to go, so there's two ways you could do this, and there's one way that's quicker than the other. So if I hit the equal sign here, one way we could do it is just go to here, plus here, plus here, plus here, plus here, right? That's one way we could do it, because then you're adding up all these cells. But the quicker way to do it is to go to your equal sign here. Oh man, I'm out of control. Let me start over. Start over. Abort. Is you can just go here and hit the equal sign and go to auto sum. And so it's saying like what do you want to add up here? And so it has all these, and so I can just come here and then drag over. I want to go from E2 to I2. I hit enter, right? And now it sums up my taxes there. And I'm going to drag this down. And so those are your total taxes, and that's how you can use the auto sum. Now it's time, and actually we don't need this anymore, so I can highlight, right click, clear contents, go away. Now we go to net pay is what we're going to type in here. Net pay is what you will see on your actual paycheck. Okay, so what you might think if you don't factor in taxes is, yeah, I'm about to get $340, right? Unless you're C-Pants here. C-Pants is like, oh, I only got 126. But you're feeling large here, you're going to get 340, but in reality, we're going to take that equal sign, and now we're going to go to D2, and what do you think we should do now? Huh? What's that? Yeah, subtract your total taxes. So I'm going to hit the minus sign, and I'm going to come here to total taxes, right? So D2 minus J2, hit enter, and then this 239 is your final pay if you are Mo, if you are me. So you can see taxes can be a real bear sometimes, right? Instead of making $340, almost $100 of mine, $100.81 went to taxes, which can be a real bummer, okay? So I'm going to do some cleaning up now, and I expect you guys to do this too. So I'm going to center everything, get all that in there, and then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to insert. So if I go to insert, I'm inserting a row up here. I'm going to insert 3 blank rows. So I got 3 rows that I just put up here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these top 2 and come all the way out here. And I'm going to merge and center. And in here, I'm just going to name this payroll. Okay. And so I've named it payroll, and now I'm going to highlight that because I want to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to center it, which that didn't do anything. But I will. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to make it bold. And then this little thing here can like adjust whether it's towards the bottom, towards the top, towards the middle. but I think this looks fine by me. So I've left the one row there. I have payroll. That is all you're doing, my friend. So shouldn't be too tough. If you want grid lines to show, this is something we haven't really talked about, but like if you were to print this out, it would print on blank paper. If you want grid lines to show up, you need to highlight where you want your grid lines. You go here and you go to all borders. And then that puts the grid lines in for you. And I like doing that a lot if you're going to actually print something out. Even here, I think it helps things stand out a little bit better. So that is it for, and those came undone again. What the heck? There we go. That is it for payroll. Hopefully it doesn't depress you too much for when you get a job and think you're making $1,000 an hour and it turns out you're only making $5. Buy some cheese for that later. Bye.